This is kind of like a dream come true for me. You look at the Lakers, being able to play for a historic franchise, with so much history. Now being able to partner with Magic Johnson, someone I kind of looked up to when I was younger and, wanted to make no-look passes like Magic, wanted to get on the break and be Showtime like Magic. For me to be in this position now, the excitement that I have to be a Laker, I'm happy to be a part of it because I believe the Lakers is a historical franchise. We all know that, but it's a championship franchise, and that's what we're trying to get back to. This is where it is today, man.
Laker Nation, you know what it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into First Take. Molly Karam here in Bristol. The boys are off today, but you are in good hands. We got Mina joining us from LA. Domonique Foxworth is in our nation's capital. Hi, guys.
Hey.
What's up, Molly?
Good morning.
How we doing? You guys have a good weekend?
It was all right. Got some rest.
Okay.
I'm ready to get after this debate, though.
All right, let's get it. So you just heard LeBron citing why the Lakers were the right move for him, but according to some anonymous players, they believe LeBron is more in love with the city of LA than the actual team. Mina, obviously you live out there in LA. How should Lakers fans feel about the King?
Lakers fans should feel lucky. They should feel blessed. They should be counting their lucky stars that not only that LeBron came to Los Angeles, but that he came on a 4-year deal, right? Because first of all, anyone who thinks that he didn't come here for reasons beyond basketball is kidding themselves. We've known that for a while, that LeBron cares about, living in Los Angeles. He's taking his family into account. None of this should come as a surprise. If it was only about basketball, he would have gone to, say, Philadelphia, right? A better team with an easier path to the finals. Los Angeles was not the best basketball decision, but by signing the long-term deal, he made the right basketball decision for the team. He didn't force them to trade Brandon Ingram, give it all up to the Spurs. He made it easy for Los Angeles to compete in both the short and the long term. He's done everything right for this team.
Well, I don't think necessarily that it's the worst basketball decision. I think him signing a long-term deal is important. They should certainly be grateful, but this is a transaction where both sides gain. So to say that they should be ecstatic or over the moon is true, but let's not forget that it is the Lakers. It is a situation where the slate is pretty much clean. They have a lot of good young talent. They brought in some veterans, and they're going to go after the Warriors while no one's putting any big money on them beating the Warriors. They're going to go after the Warriors in an interesting way with a lot of one-year contracts with switchable guys on defense. It's an interesting experiment that may or may not work, but I think that LeBron should be as excited to be a part of the Lakers as the Lakers should be to have him, because then again, you throw on top, he mentioned in his comments, Magic Johnson's there to help teach him how to transition out of his career to be more than just a basketball player. So saying that they should be ecstatic kind of implies that this is not a great situation for him, that LA isn't a perfect city for him, and that LA, the city of stars, is possibly a place where he could have something close to a normal life, which he can't have in any other city. LA's the team, or the Lakers specifically, not just LA, is a team with so many Hall of Famers, more than 20 Hall of Famers, and at least 2 other guys who could be in the conversation for the greatest of all time, and Kareem and Magic Johnson. So let's not pretend that the Lakers are like some lowly franchise in some nothing city that should just be groveling at the feet of LeBron James. It's not the same as other cities.
Definitely didn't say that. Look, it's the perfect situation for him. It's just not the perfect basketball situation, and some of that has nothing to do with the Warriors. I mean the Lakers. It has to do with the team I just mentioned, which is the Warriors, and where they are in the Western Conference. LeBron James, I believe, knows they're not going to win this year. When you look at his statement and what he said, you notice, championship, I mentioned that a little bit later. This wasn't like the Miami, not 1, but not 2, but not 3. He's trying to set expectations, and those contracts you mentioned, some of the signings that we've been critical of, what's noteworthy is their 1-year contracts, because LeBron knows this team is going to compete next season, not this season. I see him setting the table, trying to, reduce expectations a little bit for Lakers fans.
But I think the not one, you brought up the not 1, not 2, and how he's coming in a little differently. I don't necessarily think that's because his expectations are lower. I think that's because we killed LeBron. And this is part of I guess this ties in a bit to the Durant conversation where everyone's on Durant about what he should say and how he should say it. It bothers me because we crushed that out of LeBron. Back when LeBron was more of an open person and told us a little bit more about himself, now he's so much more calculated, in part because we did to him what we're trying to do now to Kevin Durant. So I don't think that his expectations are low. lower. My expectations for that team are not super high myself, but I think LeBron James expects to win. I'm not sure how you can be the greatest player, arguably the greatest player of all time, certainly the best player in the league right now, while going into teams and assuming that you're not going to win. He knows that it's an uphill battle, but I think that he believes that what he's putting together down there, the style that they're trying to take on the Warriors with, he has accepted that you're not going to out-warrior the Warriors, which is what they tried to do in Cleveland. They tried to surround him with shooters and score with the Warriors, and he's moved on to trying to defend the Warriors.
But you know, Domonique, you know LeBron James, who is a basketball genius, knows that they're not going to beat the Warriors this year. You know that. You have to admit, he's aware of that.
No.
He's not going to come out and say in his statement, yeah, you know, I'm trying to do a long-term plan. We're probably not going to win this year, and I joined here for, you know, a litany of reasons, including my family. He wants to say what fans want to hear. That's correct. But he knows they're not going to win this season.
Mina.
And that's fine. He made the right decision for the long-term health of the team. If I'm a Lakers fan, I'm thrilled that they didn't mortgage their future and get rid of Brandon Ingram. I'm thrilled that they're going to enter free agency next year with, you know, just tons of room and a really good chance at competing with Golden State.
Well, this is where the disagreement really lies. If you think that LeBron James doesn't have some belief that he is good enough to make just about anybody a title contender. Now, I'm sure LeBron, if you put him on truth serum, he's not saying that they have a 100% chance of winning the title. He may not even say they have a 90% chance of winning a title. But you're not implying, you just said that he says that he knows that they have no chance. It's no way in the world that LeBron doesn't believe that they have no chance. He believes that they have a chance. And maybe he believes if it's an injury here or there's some sort of dysfunction on Golden State, LeBron James is not entering this season accepting it as a throwaway. That's what you're trying to say, that he thinks that it's all gone and they're playing for next season?
When we look at the decisions that the Lakers made, the contracts that you were alluding to, not, again, mortgaging the future for Kawhi, that points to LeBron James looking at next season. You're right. I'm sure he thinks there's a chance, especially if one of the Warriors gets injured, then suddenly it's a whole different, you know, playing field for a number of teams, not just Los Angeles. But LeBron James and the Lakers made a conscious decision to focus on next season, which I think was the right decision, which is why Lakers fans should be thrilled that he committed to the long term, because it allowed them to do the smart basketball thing. Credit to Magic Johnson, by the way, for helping him, you know, arrive at that place.